The vision is yet for an appointed time, man. I need y'all to keep working. I need y'all to keep waking up and believing. I need y'all to keep working like y'all believe, man. I need y'all to keep putting in more work every single day and moving in the direction that you need to go to, because that is how you get it. You get it by believing. You get it by taking one step after the next and moving in the direction that you're supposed to be going in, man. You don't get it by just quitting. You don't get it by just crying. You don't get it by just saying he should do it or she should do it. You get it by getting up and getting to work and doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's how you get it, man. How do you get it is simply you believe. And simply by you believing, that's how you achieve it, man. That is how you achieve it. By you believing, that is how you're going to get it. When I played baseball, okay? When I played baseball, one of the things that I really wanted to do when I played baseball was hit a home run. That's one of the biggest things that I focused on. That's what I had most of my attention on, really, was trying to hit a home run. Man, that's one of the goals that I set for myself way back in the 8th grade when I really started to take baseball seriously, was that I set a goal for myself, and that was to hit a home run. So we talking about, I'm going through the 8th grade, I'm going through the 9th grade, the 10th grade, and I stopped playing baseball my junior year. So we're talking about 3-4 years of playing baseball, right, and going after this same goal, man. And I remember it was late into my junior year, right? I was playing on varsity. It was late into my junior year, man. We were playing in a tournament, and my little brother came up to me, man. My little brother comes up to me, and he asked me a simple question. I said, when are you going to hit a home run? In front of all my little group of friends right there, man, you know what I'm saying? It was a tournament, so we were waiting for the game to start in front of all my little group of friends right there, and they just started looking at me like, oh, you let your little brother get on to you like that, and they started kind of like chuckling and laughing, right? And the only thing I could say was, man, I don't know. I really don't know when I'm going to. But in the back of my head, man, I knew that I believed that I was going to hit a home run, right? I had been telling myself this before we went on every trip. I had been practicing this, and I had been doing all I can to make sure myself in a position that I can hit a home run. That was one of the things I continue to focus on, continue to strive for, continue to push for. That was one of the things I kept giving my attention to, right? Like I said, I believed this, and I kept trying to achieve it, right? So we talking about my 8th grade year, I started taking baseball seriously, man. So I started to try to figure out, man, how can I get into the circle where people are doing this stuff, okay? And then my 9th grade year comes around, right? I started playing summer ball, right? I started staying after practice. I started coming before practice, right? I started practicing on the weekend, right? We talking about my whole 8th grade year, no home run, right? My whole 9th grade year, no home run, right? And I'm like, man, like, if this thing could just happen, man, if I could just get this already, man, if I could just put myself into a position where I could just hit a home run, I'd be satisfied. I won't have to do nothing else, man. God will fulfill the thing that I've been calling, I've been asking for him to fulfill. It will come to me. What we don't understand is, like I said, how do you get it? It's simply by you believing. How much do you believe that you're going to achieve what you believe? Like, how much faith are you putting behind that? How much substance are you putting behind that, right? Are you letting, like I said, my little brother came up to me and asked, when am I going to hit a home run? I could have been quick to turn my faith and be like, man, you know, that's probably never going to happen. But I didn't say that. I just said, I don't know. I don't know, right? Because back in 2:3, man, it said, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. Asking me like, hey man, Coach Williz, when am I going to get this degree? Coach Williz, man, when am I going to get this house? Coach Williz, when am I going to get this marriage? Coach Williz, when am I going to get this? When am I going to get that? Just give me the signs. Show me the steps that I need to take. Show me the path that I need to go on to make sure this stuff happens, right? But what it says for right here, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. You don't know when that time is going to be, right? Unless you're sitting down with God Almighty and he telling you, hey, look, man, on March 14th at 7 p.m., this may happen to you. But most of us, that ain't happening to us. So the vision is yet for an appointed time, right? That he knows that we should continue to strive after, that we continue to work for, that we continue to give our all to, because what we understand is that I have to keep working. Because when that vision does present itself, I need to put myself in the best position that I can be to make this thing happen. I need to be able to continue to start working, so when he calls on me and I cannot find myself slacking, that when that time comes, I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready for it because I wasn't doing the things that I was supposed to do to put myself in the position of where it was supposed to happen. My 8th grade year, no home run. 9th grade year, no home run. 10th grade year comes around, man, I still nothing. Still no home run, man. But yet and still, when we go to practice, I'm not taking practice lightly. I'm not, oh man, it's another day in the cages. Just let me do my thing and just rolling through the motions. So even though I may not have been feeling it, I still had it, man, let me get back in the cages. Let me get back to this work, man. Let me get back in the cages, get back to this work. I'm coming before practice to make sure I can get a few cuts before practice, right? I'm going hard through practice. After practice, I'm staying late, man. I'm still trying to get my cuts in, right? I'm still trying to do my work. Weekend comes around, man, when I could be going to parties, I could be hanging out with my homies. Let me get to the cages, man, to try to get this work because there's something that I want. How do you get it? You want it, right? How do you get it? You got to start separating yourself from the things that don't believe the way you believe. You got to start separating from the things that don't work the way you work. You got to start separating yourself from the things that don't want to achieve the things that you want to achieve, y'all. You putting yourself in circles where they ask you, hey, man, let's go to this party this weekend. Hey, man, let's go hang out this weekend. Right? But you know in the back of your head, man, I want to get this degree. You know in the back of your head, man, I want to do what it takes so I can get to where I want to get to. I want to make sure that marriage is fulfilled, right? I want to make sure I can put that down payment for that house, right? I want to make sure that my relationship with my brothers, my siblings, my friends, whoever it may be, that I can do this. I want to achieve in my career. I want to excel. How much do you believe that you can achieve that? Do you believe more in hanging out with your friends, or do you believe more in achieving that thing that you want to get to? What is it, y'all? So like I said, the weekend's coming around, man. The weekends is coming around. I'm trying to do my thing, right? I'm still in the cages, still taking my cuts, still doing my thing. Summer comes around, right? I'm talking about my whole sophomore year, still no home run. The summer comes around. I don't stop working. I still practice. I'm still developing my swing, changing my habits, listening to my coaches, taking advice from other players that hit home runs, doing the things that it takes to make sure this dream happens that I've been going after, right? Because it says the vision is yet for an appointed time. But y'all got to hear the rest of this. Man, praise God, man. You got to hear the rest of this, man. It said, but at the end, it shall speak and not lie. And at the end, it shall speak and not lie, y'all. This thing ain't going to just come up and just happen off osmosis. Still taking things to the best of my ability. And yet, still no home run, man. No home run. It could have been easy. After the sophomore year, I could have gave in. I could have said, man, this is whatever. Maybe this ain't for me. Like I said, I'm going through my 8th grade year. No home run. Right? That's the thing that I've been believing that I'm going to do. That's the thing I've been putting all my work in that I'm going to try to get to. Right? Freshman year comes around. Still no home run. Sophomore year comes around. Still no home run. And think about it. I'm playing in the fall, in the spring. I'm playing in the summertime. Still no home run. Still nothing. I'm still putting in all this work. The summer season ended. I got to keep working before we go back to school in the fall. Still putting that work in. Still putting that work in, man. And then, like I said, my little brother comes up to me before the game. He asked me, man, when are you going to hit a home run? And I could have easily, right then and there, I could have easily disturbed my faith. Maybe he is right. When am I going to hit home run, right? I could have looked at God like, man, when are you going to do this for me? When are you going to do this for me? And like he said, man, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. But at the end, it shall speak and not lie. The vision shall speak. I ain't got to do no talking. So when my little brother asked me, hey, man, when are you going to hit a home run? All I did was look at him and say, man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to hit a home run. I just know I'm going to do it because the vision shall speak and it shall not lie. The vision's going to speak. So just let that do the work. Let your feet speak. Stop letting your mouth do all the talking, man. Let your feet speak. Where you headed to? What work you putting in? What you really doing, man? What work are you actually putting in to make sure this stuff happens? That's what I want to know. So like I said, man, the vision shall speak and it not lie. Okay? So I told him, man, I don't know. I don't know. We get to the game, man. We warming up and doing our thing, right? My first at bat comes around. And like I said, in the back of my mind, man, every time I get into the batter's box, I'm thinking the exact same thing. I'm thinking the exact same thing every time I get into the batter's box. I'm going to hit home run. While I understand I still have a job to do, right? I may have to move a runner, right? I may have to lay down a bunt. I may have to do all these other things. In the back of my mind, I still believe that I'm going to hit this home run. So that's the same with you when you're dealing with school. That's the same with you when you're dealing with anything else. You understand, you in the back of your head, you trying to get this degree, but you still got to go to work, right? You still got to manage your mental and physical health, right? You still got to make sure you going and getting your spiritual worship. You going to church, whatever you may do. You going to work. You doing all these things. You got to make sure that you still managing those things on top of me trying to get to the end goal, which is getting my degree, which is me getting married, getting that house, whatever it may be, right? Whatever it may be. Okay? First at bat, man. And in the back of my head, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to hit this home run, right? First pitch swinging, man, I hit a triple. Hit the ball, man, opposite side of the field, it smacks the wall. The next at bat that comes around, Okay? Same thing, still the same thing. Every time I get into this batter's box, I'll do my normal routine, make sure I'm working through the process right, making sure I'm getting through the process, and I'm still believing that I am going to hit this home run, right? You still believing you're going to get this degree. You still believing that you're going to be successful. No matter how many times you got to step up to the plate. No matter how many times you got to do it. Because look, it said right there, though it tarry, wait for it. It said, because it will surely come and it will not tarry. Like I said, I get into the batter's box, man, and in the back of my head, I'm still believing, man, this is going to be the one. No matter how many times I got to step up to the plate, man. No matter how many games I got to come to. No matter how many days I got to work before and after practice. No matter how many days I got to skip on the weekend and go to work, man. No matter how many times I got to do that, I know the vision is yet for an appointed time. Right? But you can't give in. I could have easily said to my little brother, look, man, why don't you go out there and hit a home run? You know what I'm saying? I could have easily flipped out on him and made it look like he was the one in the wrong. But I was the one in the wrong, right? Trying to disrespect my faith, man. So like I said, man, I get into that batter's box. I get into there, man, and the pitcher does his thing, man. He throws his first pitch. I swing, do my thing, make contact with the ball. Ball just bounces off, man. And what do? I just, you know what I'm saying, what I normally been doing. Because I ain't hitting no home runs before this, so I take off running. And before I even get to first base, man, I hear the crowd go crazy. I hear music starting and everything, and I just stuck my fist in the air, man. Happy Black History Month. And I start jogging the bases. I just start doing my thing, man, because I'm just like, man, bro. And when I was jogging those bases, it just felt like everything just came off of my shoulder. All that weight that I was carrying on, all that stuff I was tarrying through, all that stuff that I was pushing through, all that stuff that was giving me that stress, all that stuff that was giving me that anxiety, that depression, it just came off of me, man. I stumped on home plate and I just knew, man. I just knew, just thank you, God. The vision is yet for an appointed time, man. I need y'all to keep working. I need y'all to keep waking up and believing. I need y'all to keep working like y'all believe, man. I need y'all to keep putting in more work every single day and moving in the direction that you need to go to, because that is how you get it. You get it by believing. You get it by taking one step after the next and moving in the direction that you're supposed to be going in, man. You don't get it by just quitting. You don't get it by just crying. You don't get it by just saying he should do it or she should do it. You get it by getting up and getting to work and doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's how you get it, man. This faith is important. This faith is strong, man. And this faith should be something that shouldn't break in you, man. And I know what you're about to say next. Yeah, I understand, Coach Williz, but I don't see it. Oh, man, but I don't see it. But I don't see it, Coach. I see I'm putting in all this work. I'm going to practice every single day. I'm going to every single game. I'm giving my all. But yet and still I don't see it. I done went semester after semester after semester after semester. I done talked to all these professors. I done read all the books. I got all the paper lined out. I done took all the notes. I done took all the exams, and yet and still I don't have my degree. What's the deal, Coach? Give me an answer for that. What's the deal? Right? I don't see it. I don't see it. If we seen it, we would have quit way earlier, y'all. We would have quit a long time ago. We would have never meant what it actually meant to feel like to go without gas in your tank. What it would have meant to keep pushing through when things get hard. Because after you achieve that goal, like I said last week, it's time to set another goal. And now you don't know what it takes to tarry through anything because you saw it day one. Woo! Because you saw it day one, so now you don't know how to tarry through anything. So now anything that comes your way is going to be easy to shake your faith. Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Going through all these seasons, I don't see no home runs. I'm in the batting cages, I still don't see no home runs. I'm taking live on the field with my team, still don't see no home runs. Yet and still, man, I got to keep showing up to practice, right? I got to keep giving all I got, man. Because that's going to determine what level of faith that I have. I could have easily just stepped into the batter's box, man. I could have like, man, look, I ain't been hitting no home runs. You know what I'm saying? The first season could have passed. I'm like, all right, I'm going to give it another one. The next season could have passed. I'm like, man, I ain't going to hit no home run. Not put in any more work and not done the things that I was supposed to do to get to where I was trying to get to. I could have just stopped it all together, man. But what would that have done for me? I would have never got to the vision. I would have never got to the vision, y'all. By you quitting and you giving in early and you saying that maybe it's not for me. How you ever going to know it's for you if you don't tarry through it? You got to put in that work. You got to put in that time. You got to put in those separation, getting away from those ones that don't believe the way you believe. You got to do that. We're going to need people, man. Right? Whether it's you reading the word of God, whether it's you praying to God, whether it's you talking to your friend, you talking to your coach, you talking to your professors, you talking to whoever, right? Right? You may be needing to go for a jog. You may be able to need to meditate, whatever it may be, right? But we need those things to help us stay on that path. No different. We got all these other things coming in and telling us, man, maybe we should do this, or maybe you should do that, or maybe you should do that, or maybe you should do this. What are those things that's telling us you should do this? Let's stay on this path here. Let's work in this direction here. What are those things that's allowing you to do that, man? This J. Cole song, man, I would listen to this thing religiously, man, before every game, after every game, during practice. Anytime I got the chance to listen to this song, I would listen to it over and over and over, man. And man, it was called The Sideline Story, that came out in his first studio album, man. The Sideline Story, man. And at the end of the song, he said a powerful line that still sticks with me to this day, man. He said, I wish somebody made guidelines to get up off the sidelines. I thought the reason why he was saying it, I was like, man, maybe coach really need to tell me to get off the sidelines. But let me tell you what was keeping me on the sidelines, because I didn't believe that I was supposed to be in the game. I didn't believe that I was supposed to be stepping up to the plate. I didn't believe that I was supposed to be the player in the field. I didn't believe that I was supposed to be the one that they were supposed to call on. I didn't believe that I was supposed to walk across that stage. I was supposed to be in that marriage. I was supposed to get that house. I didn't believe those things. But when I started believing in those things, man, I'm telling you, doors started opening, because the vision is yet for an appointed time. And when you allow that vision to be for an appointed time, you start moving in the direction. Nobody can steer you off the path until that vision is fulfilled. Right? You just setting one goal to get to the next goal. Ooh, and my end game was small at that point. I should have been thinking way bigger than just a home run. I should have been thinking, man, being one of the best in the MLB. I should have been thinking about, putting my community on and helping other players get into the league. And I should have been thinking about giving back to my community and showing folks what God can do in your life when you trust in Him. I should have been thinking on those terms, but I was small-minded at the time. And I ain't gonna lie like I wasn't. I was small-minded at the time. But what I did know is that the end game was hitting that home run for me at that time. I was small-minded. The end game was hitting that home run. Oh, I know. I'm about to get out of here. It was hitting that home run. So what did I have to do? I had to start developing a work ethic. Ooh, get into the cages. Get to practice. Make sure you get before practice and after practice on the weekends. Develop that work ethic. The second goal, man, learn how to hit consistently. Learn how to start hitting with power. The timing of the pitch. Oh, okay. So you tell me I got the work ethic, right? I got the consistency. I got the power. I got the timing. What's next? The hitting the home run was the easiest part of everything. Y'all. That was easier than staying in on the weekend and going to practice. That was easier than staying after practice. That was easier than coming before practice. That was easier than sitting through the gruesome seasons, year after year after year, trying to get to where I wanted to get to. Oh, hitting the home run was so much easier. It was so much easier. It will not, Terry. It was so much easier, man. When I achieved that first thing and I set that first goal and got that, oh, man, the next one was easier. And then the next one was easier because I understood what it meant to tarry for something, what it means to grind for something, what it means to actually believe that something will happen for you, man. So now when I start stepping up to the plate, and I ain't talking about just in sports, when I start stepping up to the plate, okay, boom, we need to get this degree. What do we need to do to get this degree? Well, first I need to go back to the basics, and I need to believe first that I'm going to get this degree. Because when I believe that I'm going to get this degree, doors start opening, because now I have set an appointed time. I don't know when that time will be. I may not know. Only the God will know, but yet and still, I know I have set that appointed time for myself. And now since I've set that appointed time, things are going to start moving in that direction. Now, all it takes for me is just to come to work.